Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Kleneski on this Tuesday morning, the day after Christmas, and many of us waking up to some snow on the ground. Certainly, the storm system has underperformed and not gotten to its full potential. And at this point, we're on the lighter side of things. Now, still, there is a blizzard warning in place. Are we reaching blizzard criteria? It's a little iffy. There may be some spots out here where it is, but notice nobody in central Nebraska now included in that blizzard warning. It's all out to the west here. Officially goes till 5 a.m. Mountain Time or 6 a.m. Central Time, way out west here. And then down here in the far southwest Nebraska, northwest Kansas. These areas right in here, it goes until 6 p.m. And then that will be replaced tonight at 6 p.m. It will be replaced by a winter weather advisory that will go into effect and be in effect until 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Most of these areas till 6 a.m. right in here. It goes till 6 p.m. tonight in southeastern areas. Let's take a look at our future cast here. There's our low sitting just east of the Tri-Cities, spinning here, and there's this huge counterclockwise rotation, an occluded front right here, which will actually build back to the west here. The east of that front, basically right about here eastward, all these winds are a lot lighter than they are out west. They are very gusty. They will die down a little bit as the day goes on. Your best chance of snow today over western and southern areas. South of that low and west of that low is the best chance of snow here as we play things out through the day today. So we may see some additional accumulation, much lower accumulation in these areas here, maybe even a little sun sneaking in as there's some drier air coming in. Also watch for a little bit of icing. Light freezing drizzle will be possible kind of right in here today. Tonight, still some light snow, mostly either far southeastern areas, right out here, or out here to the west. The winds do die down a little bit overnight tonight as that occluded front eventually kind of just washes away. As we get into tomorrow, still some light snow, mainly over western areas here. Could be possibly a little sun to the east, and then way out west some sun. As we get into tomorrow night, the snow begins to wind down to just flurries and then moves on out. Still some clouds around to start off our Thursday. Gradually, some of those clouds will try to clear out. Your future wind product, you can see the strongest winds out to the west. They'll eventually come down a little bit later today and into tonight. Much lighter winds, some slight gusts out there, but not too bad. It could be certainly worse. So the threat of blowing snow will go down as the day progresses for the western half of the area. Additional snow, this is on top of what we've already seen. Trace to an inch, maybe 1 to 2 inches right in here. But trace to an inch. Tri-Cities, I wouldn't expect much more than maybe an inch, inch and a half, especially towards Kearney. Here in these areas, I go as much as 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. 1 to 4. That's what we'll go with, 1 to 4. And then up here to the northwest, maybe some isolated amounts of 4 to 6, but mostly in the 2 to 4 inch range in these spots here. So we're certainly winding things down, but not completely done yet. Plus, again, there could be a little bit of that icing due to freezing drizzle. So, and there could be some even as far south as the Tri-Cities, but maybe a little better chance here to the north. So watch for some light icing. Could be much worse up into the Dakotas, actually. Some big icing could be possible up there. Highs today, upper 20s, maybe some mid 20s out there, but upper 20s, some low 30s. Tonight we'll dip back into the teens and 20s. Coldest where there may actually be a little partial clearing tonight in these spots. Tomorrow, temperatures will get to the upper 20s and low to mid 30s for highs. Tomorrow night, 20s, maybe a few upper teens, and then looking ahead to your Thursday, a little better. That snow on the ground is going to hold our temperatures back just a little bit, but highs mostly in the 30s. Mostly low and mid 30s as we look ahead to your Thursday. Beyond that, well, we don't get a whole lot warmer, but at least we get a little more sun towards the end of the week, as you're going to see here in the long range part of your forecast. And the good news is, not a ton of wind. No day is marked as breezy, let alone windy. A lot more sunshine Friday and Saturday. Now, as we wrap up 2023 on Sunday, it will get colder. And then Monday, we'll still staying cold for New Year's Day. And you see the lows down in the 20s, lows in the teens, highs in the 20s. Cold, but think back of the last 5 years. How many times have we talked about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, where lows were down and the teens below zero? So this is more manageable. And maybe you postponed your Christmas plans to this upcoming weekend like my family did. Well, the weather looks just fine. You'll be able to get away with doing whatever you need to for Christmas postponement plans, or if you're celebrating the New Year, no problem. So the weather looks okay, but it does stay chilly. Long range, temperatures 20s and 30s for highs all the way through the first few days of 2024. No major warm-ups are on the way, but also no major systems on the way here after this one clears on out. So here, this is today. This is tonight, actually, at 6 p.m. Let's back this up here. We'll slow it down. Again, that low is eventually scooting on out of here, and eventually the storm just kind of Starts to whittle away to nothing, and then we're pretty quiet the rest of this forecast. There's a Great Lakes system this weekend, but nothing for us. And we'll keep it pretty quiet through midweek next week. Maybe eyeing late next week. We'll see. That's a long ways out yet. Here, let's look at the GFS. Again, there's our departing system the next couple of days as the snow eventually lightens up. Quieter weather for the rest of this week into the upcoming holiday weekend. No concerns expected. Great Lakes snow, but nothing for our area for the holiday weekend. And then next week looks still fairly quiet until maybe later in the week, there towards next Friday or so. Maybe things turn a little more active down the road. Future temperature product here. This is the European model. Let's let this load in real quick here. Sometimes when I haven't used these graphics for a while, they take some time to load the colors in. All right, there you go. There's the colder air in place these next few days. Chilly. It's going to stay chilly. We're not going to warm up a ton. It tries to warm up a little bit late in the week, Friday, Saturday. And then here comes that shot of colder air on Sunday, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. The worst of it's actually to our east, though. And then after that, it may try to warm back up a little bit into the 30s before another shot of some colder air comes in later next week. Let's look at the GFS model. Back this up real quick here. So there's the chillier air in place the next couple of days. It warms up a little bit towards Friday and Saturday. Here's the shot of colder air Sunday into Monday. And then next week it starts to warm up just a little bit at least here. We're not talking about real warm air, but look what could be looming down the road. Late next week, Arctic air begins to pour into the northern portions of the United States. Will it get this far south? We'll see. That's a week and a half plus away yet. So we'll see how that plays out. So there you go. There is your forecast for today. Stay safe on the roads if you do happen to be out today. There are some slick spots out there. It's not brutal. Most places it's not too bad, but you do want to be careful in case there are any areas of some snow and ice on the ground. Otherwise, I will be back with you on Wednesday morning with all the latest. Take care and God bless. Bye.